Sorry, everybody. Got a two-part video now. I was trying to push pause and push stop by mistake. Anyway, part 2. Okay. Today's lesson. Remember Amalek? Anyway, Deuteronomy, because thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, right? Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17, when you were come forth out of Egypt. Verse 18, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee. The hindermost of the children of Israel when we were coming out of Egypt were the old men, the old women, the pregnant women, and the babies. He smote the hindermost of thee, right? So that means he slaughtered old women, old men, women that were pregnant with a baby, holding a baby, okay, and little children that could not defend themselves. Okay? Can this animal be trusted? No. They used to take the indigenous population of the so-called North American Indians, which is the tribe of Gad, and the Seminole Indians, which are the tribe of Reuben, take their pregnant women, hang them upside down, cut their stomach out, pull the baby out and smash it against a goddamn rock. Okay? They did that on purpose. Okay? To sow fear amongst our men and fear amongst the rest of the people to get in line and do what they said and search for gold. And if you refuse to search for the gold and find it for them, they cut your hand off. Okay? Okay? King Leopold of Belgium did the same thing to us in 1917. Okay? If we tried to run, he cut off our feet. They did the same thing to us in the transatlantic slave trade. Okay? When we first came over here and we couldn't speak English. We were speaking Hebrew. We were on the west coast of Africa. Okay? And what we were doing there as we were on the run from Esau Edom through 70 AD when they came against the children of Israel with a great slaughter, right? Where they slaughtered us. They murdered us. Broad daylight. Took our children and smashed them against the wall to prove they could. Back then, we were on the run from them devils because the Son of God, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, told us in the book of Matthew. Matter of fact, I'll go over there right now and read it. Right? Matthew chapter 24. Right? Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So the men that are on the highways and byways, risking their lives and freedom, you know, to tell the people the truth, that's probably what's going to happen to us, some of us. You know, I guarantee that. Because we're enemies of the state, right? They take down our videos and take down our channels right now because we're telling the truth of the biblical scriptures and comparing that to secular history. We're comparing that to actual history of right today and showing people the contrast, okay, the similarities and contrasts of the biblical scriptures and what's going on right today, okay? And we show people the difference. So they want to hide the truth. That Esau Edom don't like the truth. He hates the truth because the truth reveals who he is. Right? Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Jacob's trouble. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. That's been happening right now. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's what's going on right now as well. With this gang banging. Right? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. Right? Listen to this. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. That's what we did. We had ran into the mountains, and on the other side of the mountains was the west coast of Africa. And we dwelt there for 1,000 years. Okay? That's a part of secular history. You can go in a history book and prove that. Okay? Right? For then shall be, verse 21, Matthew 24, verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no ever shall be. So the Most High God is going to destroy these people from off the face of the earth. Okay? These people are finished. Right? And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right? So the elect, or the elect remnant of the house of Israel, 1/3 of our people, shall be saved. They were predestinated for salvation here in these last days. You see what I'm saying? Matthew chapter 24, verse 31. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. How are they going to do that? And these things called unidentified aerial phenomenon that these Edomites are afraid of. Right? They're scared to death. Okay? Because they know that the technology of the Most High God in heaven, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is hundreds of thousands of years ahead of them in technology. These people are finished. Right? They know it. Let's go over here to Ezekiel. Chapter 1, verse 16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And they four had one likeness. And their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. What does that sound like? That sounds like a spinning top. The appearance of beryl, right? Beryl is the color green, right? Or gold, okay? A wheel within a wheel. You got lights that turn this way and the ship turns the other way. Okay? That's what these chariots of the Most High God are. They're what these Edomite devils call unidentified flying objects. Right? Psalms chapter 104. Verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angel spirits and his ministers a flaming fire. Who can do this? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whom you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, the Son of the Most High God, a Negro from the tribe of Judah. Right? Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereof the hill was graven, and I could not. Right? Now, this great mountain would be akin to a chariot, or what you call a spaceship. Okay? The Most High God has had his servants, the prophets, make videos concerning these chariots, the clouds that are as chariots. Right? And they're going to start taking down these videos because they don't want people to know that they're the Edomites. They don't want people to know what the chariots of the Most High God look like. They want you in the dark. They don't want you to know the truth. Acts chapter 1, verse 10. Okay, let's start over here. Acts chapter 1, verse 8. But you shall receive power after that the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. And to be a witness unto the Most High God means to be a martyr. Right? Our blood will be shed to prove our belief and our faith in the Son of the Most High God in heaven. Right? Verse 9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him up out of their sight. A cloud? No, it was a chariot of the Most High God using a tractor beam, like you see on Star Trek. Right? Verse 10. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. Right? Which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner, as ye have seen him go into heaven. Okay? Then you got Matthew. Right? I'm just sticking with the milk ones. Right? And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. That is the sign of the Son of Man. Why do ye stand ye gazing up into heaven? The Son of Man shall return as ye see him go in like manner. Right? Being taken up in a cloud and received up out of their sight. So the Most High God is going to return in a cloud, and every eye shall see him. Right? Matthew chapter 24, verse 30. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. All the confederacy of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? These are the confederacy of the devil to hide the truth from the children of Israel of who they are as the people of the Most High. The Israelites of the Holy Bible. Okay? And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds. How are they going to do that? The clouds are his chariot. He makes his ministers, his angels, okay, as ministers, as flames of fire. Right? So he's going to send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, with clouds as his chariot, to receive unto himself the elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 11. right? Verse 10, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse. The root of Jesse, right, is Yahweh, right? They used to call Yahweh, son of David, have mercy on me, right? Right? Which shall stand for of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. Verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. So the Most High God, part of the sea, is elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven, from the other. Okay? That was every major continent in which the children of Israel have been scattered through the transatlantic slave trade. You see what I mean? So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave off there. That's a good place to end, right? Anyway, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makampagas. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who pushing 100% truth and rule well, and preach his salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Yep, gotta go get me some water and some food. Y'all understand, right? Shalom.